That's pretty much the face that you all make after you've been recording for about how long? About a good 15 minutes, and nobody pressed the go live button. So we weren't even live, and we told y'all to come. We was just lying, trying to see what y'all was about. Now, look at us. We look like Smurfs.
Yeah. And do you know what? I took down that picture. I saved the picture to do as well. I might do that on the t-shirt.
What? You know what's crazy? I have a whole list of dynamic 3 characters from nostalgic cartoons. One night I just sat there finding all of them, and I'm like, we're gonna use these as promo. Talk about what is it? First of all, no. Let's back this up. Cause where's Baker? I see him. He's got the movements, but there's no sound.
I'm thinking he's got audio issues.
Okay, you got audio issues. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want him to just be like, y'all are talking so good that I don't even want to interfere. Because I know he got information.
No, because once Baker's got something to say, he will say it.
He's got information that we be needing. Now we just looking at him. Look.
I know. Looking all pretty. Looking all pretty. Well, he's looking all frustrated. He's like, yeah. Motherfucker thing.
It's okay because after you get it situated, Bakes, you can smoke a spliff and everything just becomes right again, you know? Mm-hmm. Right. Wait, let me get my hyper chiller so I can show y'all my gadget of the week.
Nice. What's good, people? Welcome to the Brunch Club. It's Sunday. We're back here again. Khaosdarapper. I'm Evon The Music Bully. That's DJ Baker from the Weekly Top 40 UR Radio. Unfortunately, he's having some audio issues, but don't worry, people. His beautiful baritone voice will soon be blessing you through his speakers, okay? Just bear with us. Now, Khaosdarapper, we've got a new gadget. Tell us.
This is called the Hyper Chiller.
Ooh.
Now, I want you guys to closely pay attention and appreciate the people in your life that listen to you when you talk. So one day I'm on the phone with my mom and I'm like, dang, man, my coffee is so dumb. My coffee's dumb because it be hot as fuck. And when I wake up, I got to drink hot coffee, but I be hot. So I'd like iced coffee. But I hate when my iced coffee dilutes. It's dumb. It's stupid. It tastes like pee. So,
ew.
I know. She just pops up one day. She was like, I got a cup coming for you in the mail. I'm like, okay, I got cups, but okay. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. And it's called a hyper chiller. So basically, you pour water in 2 different compartments in this thing, right? Mm-hmm. And you keep this in the freezer frozen. And then you brew your coffee, even if you hand brew it or use a Keurig or whatever. And you just brew it into the cup. And it chills your coffee, making some beautiful, undiluted iced coffee. Now, you got to watch me pouring because you know my depth perception is stupid. I could have poured that all over myself.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. That was my whole... Huh?
Wow, that's amazing. Did the ice just come out with it as well?
No, the ice was in my cup already, but I poured the ice over there because I like super, super ice cold coffee. So, like, even if I didn't have ice, though, it'd be cold in that little thing.
So it keeps it cold and keeps it fresh.
Yeah, it makes it cold. It gives it 60 seconds for it to cool from hot out the brewer to cold.
Oh, wow.
Life has changed. Life is different. I'm bougie.
Well done, Mom. Well done. Mama Ruth, once again.
Thank you. She nailed the head on the coffin.
She be listening to you. That's why.
Yeah, because it was just unexpected. Like, she didn't even know. Now, here's where it gets funny. Yesterday when I used it, because the first night I got it, I didn't read the instructions and I didn't know I had to chill it ahead of time. So I used it the next day. So the next day I call her and I'm like, oh, thank you, Mom. Now, mind you, when I got out the mailbox, I was like, thank you. This is so cool, blah, 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 blah. Then I used it and I was like, oh, thank you. It's amazing. She was like, if you say thank you one more time to me, I'm going to take it back. I'm like,
why was it so cruel?
I'm like, you see, her and my brother, bro, we're just abusive family, is what I get. It's all of us. I guess DJ's going out and coming back in. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Pause to the walls and shit. So tell me about your week, boss.
Man, Just another rainy, wet week. We've not been having a great time over here in terms of weather and motivation, you know. But
Really?
yeah, because the rest of the Europe is burning up, you know,
Mm.
this whole climate change business. Everywhere's been hotting up, some wildfires, all that kind of stuff.
Testing. Y'all can hear me?
Ooh,
It's been cold and raining. Yes, Baker, we can hear
it's been
you.
cold and
I
raining
can
in
hear
the
you
UK.
too. So it's my browser. Safari sucks. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, it
this
works
is a
in
Chrome
Chrome.
platform. Yeah,
Chrome, yeah, see?
Yes.
I told you it'd be better, and when you got better, you have a sip of your ginger ale.
Woo.
Yes, because black
All right.
people,
Now I feel better. Now I feel better.
Right.
because
Now
black
we
people,
can
ginger
forget.
ale is medicine. Okay,
You know it. So yeah,
ginger ale
cold,
is
wet, and
medicine.
rainy. How about you, Kay? How was your week?
My week. You know what? Let me just be 100. My week started off with a fucking bang, bro. Monday morning, and I don't see y'all don't know how where I live looks like, but like out my main big window is my parking lot, so I can look down into the parking lot, and then there's like buildings that surround, but directly in my view is my pool and all of that stuff. So I was doing homework on Monday. I got up to go wash some dishes, trying to adult, but I listened to murder mysteries like 24/7. Be scared of me because I'm scared of me. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm washing dishes and shit. Bop, 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 bop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What?
Bop. The last one. I'm like, that's not from the stadium because I live across from Georgia Stadium and I can see them do the fireworks all the time. I was like, those aren't fireworks. So I hit the floor because why? I'm from Jersey. And
yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Did you do the whole?
yeah, I didn't do all that because again, I'm from Jersey. So it's not that far off, but it's far off because I've lived here for about 15 years. So you just do a drop, boom. I just drop to the floor and shit. So I do what I usually do when anything happens outside. I run to my bedroom and I open the window and I listen for screams. I heard it this time. I'm like, fucking A. Somebody's like, oh my God, call the police. I'm like, fuck, what happened? I go to my hallway now. Mind you, I live amongst a lot of African Americans. Let's say the least. They coming out their doors and shit. I got my piece. You got your piece. I'm like, first of all, pieces. Hello. I don't have any of those things. He like, all right, well, you go get some towels. Not going to do that. Can't. I'm not. Can't. And then I looked around because I thought about it, and I'm just like, I don't want to bring like unclean towels to a situation. But I'm a single bachelor. I only got but so many towels. So anyway, we all go downstairs. Some dude gets shot like right in the parking lot, like literally right in the parking lot. And we get there before the police. So it's like all the community and this guy, poor guy, laying around on the floor, bleeding profusely. He done got shot a couple times. I'm like, dude.
Yo.
That's how he didn't die though, thank God. I found out he didn't die, but he did get shot pretty bad. And
thank God.
the next day I forgot to pay my rent, so I was traumatized. That's what I told him at the office. I'm like, first of all, I'm traumatized. I forgot, okay? Because they definitely slapped that $200 late fee on us. We don't have a grace period, bro.
Wait, you have no grace period?
No,
come on, you're supposed to get at least 10. Was it 10 days?
3 days. I thought it was. Everywhere else
man.
in life is like 3 days. This shit say if you ain't got your shit on the first, tomorrow there will be an additional $200 for you to pay. 200.
They don't even give you no grace.
There's no grace, bro. I've never heard of that policy, bro.
I neither have I.
But then you hear all the residents outside complaining why this man is laying on the floor being shot. I'm calling the office tomorrow because I ain't paying rent. I'm like, well, damn. Can we let this guy get up off to the hospital? Can we make sure he's alive before y'all start complaining about? Well, that was my week. Other than that, amazing, bro. Amazing. I can't even complain, bro. Everybody wants to travel. I'm a hot commodity these days. That's pretty dope.
I have to tell you, you know the riot that was in Union Square
recently
by the Twitch guy, the I forgot his name, CNET, whatever his name is, Kai from Kai. Right.
Yeah, Kai CNET or something.
We were there visiting the dispensary right around the corner
Right.
Literally when this was happening. Like
What?
we were there before, just like we got on the bus to come back home right before they lost their mind.
Wow.
Because when
You saw it.
we got off the train and we walking to the to the spot, and all we heard was rah, rah, and I was like, see all these young black boys, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? Is it a pride I didn't recognize, or something that I didn't know, like? And then but it was all young. No one was over the age of 20.
Ah, shit.
No one was over the age of 20.
Them the worst ones.
Yeah, they were all walking around, and they seemed harmless, to be honest with you. And they weren't menacing. They were just having fun. Like everyone was just hanging out. And then the cops were there. Like there was a whole bunch of cops. And then I was like, why are all these cops here? Like, it's not that serious. Just because a bunch of black kids get together, y'all gotta be here.
Right.
Little did I know that the minute we got on the bus, that all hell would break loose. We came home to breaking news of all mayhem. They were throwing stuff, and I saw videos where this girl, there was one woman. There was seriously no females in this audience. There was no females. The one female that I saw was up on a pole, on the light pole, and all these guys are trying to reach up on top of each other to smack her ass. I had never seen anything like that in my entire. Not even Freaknik. I had never
Puerto
seen
Rican
like
Day Parade. No,
I've never, not even on the Puerto Rican Day Parade, because there's usually more women there. There was only one woman on a pole.
Oh, that's horrible.
A light post. And she was enjoying it. She had a football between a butt crack and all type. It was so disgusting. It was like, oh my God. I was like,
ew, that is the word. Disgusting.
And I'm usually very I'm not very hard on my youngsters. I love the young crew, and young black boys. And I'm not gonna but this was an embarrassment. It was pretty bad. It was something that you had to be. If you were black, you would have been embarrassed by the display.
By listening to it.
Yeah, by the display of it was horrid. They were jumping on the car. I saw Kai's what do you call it, the Twitch stream before. They were in the car. They were like hyped about the crowd. They were hyped about the crowd because at first it was just a large crowd. It was insane. It had to have been like in Union Square. I'm talking about at least 1,000 plus.
That was before he even got there.
Yeah, that was before he got there. And then when he was in the van for a while. He was in the van for like maybe 30 minutes. He was just sitting in the van doing the live, and they were all just showing up, and it was just more people and more people, to the part where it was like seeing Central Park, like that type of concert situation, but in Union Square.
But for no apparent reason either, huh?
No,
he was giving away. He was supposed to be giving away a PlayStation and some other things.
PlayStations, yeah.
But as far as we know, no one got a PlayStation.
And I
don't know.
Didn't he get arrested?
Yes, he got arrested for inciting a riot.
But Trump didn't. I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying. Because let's go get the 17-year-olds, though. Let's go get them. Not the people that fucking control everybody else's shit. Because all your important people are out there. I'm just saying.
Mind you, I didn't see none of them beat up any cops. I didn't see them bear spraying anybody, taking dumps on anyone's tables. I think the worst they did was they fucked up some cars. They shouldn't have did that. I mean, I was like, get the assholes that were jumping on cars, because there's maybe like one or two guys that was just jumping on cars to make noise, and I was like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? And even the people that looking at them videotaping are like, what are you doing? But we're gonna videotape it because this is gonna be good for the gram. You know what I mean?
Right. And we also talking about kids. They just crazy any goddamn way.
Well, they're hype. They were all literally pubescent. They maybe just started smelling sex. Like, like they just started smelling
football booty.
So So I really think that, once you get a group of them that big, and then there's a couple of troublemakers. I saw the reason why it started was a couple of fights. There was like one or two fights, and then that just reverberated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I honestly believe that the first crew that were there were not there to cause trouble. They were just to have fun. And then there were troublemakers that were sent in to rowdy these kids up, because
Right.
they talked to like two kids. Finally, there's only one news organization that talked to two kids, and both of them said it was cool until it just wasn't. Like it just switched, and everyone just lost their mind. It was a big sausage fest. It was nothing but, and they're wiener sets, because these are young kids, so they're not,
And that's
they're
what I'm
not.
sitting here thinking. I'm just like, you can tell they were young because it was a wiener fest. Like, who even cares? I'm not coming to a thing with a bunch of dicks. I'm coming to see the girls. I thought most dudes, when they go out, they go to see the girls.
Well, this is when they're in experimental ages. This is their, oh, you're my boys, and we're playing video game type age. You know that age. That age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. I saw that past like my thing, and what's crazy is that I thought it was old. I didn't think that was like current news. So I probably just kept scrolling past it because that's insane.
I've never seen anything like that in New York. It was like what they assume Black Lives Matter
should,
like BLM, like that whole apocalyptic situation. It was maddening. I could imagine people's fear though too, in a sense that you see that group of Black people, young boys in a particular area, that I think ABC News had orgasms. They were high. They were like, "Ooh, let's get the Black kids." Yeah. Ooh. And then they started creating this thing where they were throwing stuff at the cops. And I was like, okay.
And nobody got hurt today?
No. There was like maybe a couple of people, like 20 people got hurt. I think 50 people got arrested, petty stuff. And I'm sure half those kids are out on bail and at home playing video games.
And they should be fucking thankful, and their parents as well, because that sounds like open shoot fest to me. That's the most targeted demographic right there. A lot of them, 1,000 Black little young men that they can really like. Think about if they just took out a whole bunch of them, they'd just fuck it up for a lot of generations, wouldn't they?
I just want to add though, you brought up a good thing. You said guns. There were no guns involved. There was no necessary anyone coming with knives. No one was stabbed.
Yeah.
No one was shot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the injuries were probably stampede, fighting, falling on stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's why the media's portrayal of this is going to be a bunch of Black kids came together and decided to start a riot.
Yeah, they're gonna figure out a way.
But they were honestly, I'll be honest with you, the majority of it was good. We were walking around them, and they were just, it was so many people, but it wasn't like they were threatening, they weren't menacing, they weren't creating, they were just excited because of this kid. Like, Kai brings that excitement. That's where they direct the excitement too.
Yeah. So what does he do? Like what
he's a streamer, game like on Twitch. I'm sure he got barred on there, but he has.
Well, he's the number one. He is the number one. When he made
the video games.
Yeah, he did a 30-day marathon when he was on 24 hours for 30 days. And that brought him up to the top dog. No one's above him. He gets the most, streams and
for
money as far as
30 days you streamed. What type of time do you have? That's 30 days of your whole life.
There were people invested. So you got these kids that are invested. Like,
well, I can see if you didn't get any money during that time, but if you got money during that time,
yeah, I mean, he was getting, millions of dollars. I think $2-3 million his deals are now with Twitch.
Maybe we need to take our shit over to Twitch.
Yeah. He just bought a house. He bought a mansion, he said, for his mom and his family for them to stay there. So I think he's of Nigerian descent. I think so.
So.
So
yeah.
I mean, this is America, right? Isn't that what America's all about? Come here, make
The
it
American
riches,
dream.
Can I
there you go.
it spins off of what we're talking about and it leads us into another topic, right? So 50 years of hip hop, right?
Yep.
I heard a very interesting, I want to call it what do you call it? Conspiracy theory? But it kind of makes sense. So remember the blackout? What was this New York blackout back in the day?
Yes.
In the
In
70s?
there was one in the 70s when I was a kid, but then there was one in the 90s.
So the 70s. So they're talking about the 70s. It's a whole podcast. And they just going deep on the things and stuff. And they're talking about the time when, the first time when the lights went out and the riots actually started. They start busting up stores and stealing shit.
Ooh,
they said that is part of the rise of hip hop because all the people that could not afford DJ equipment and microphones and all the equipment used stole it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I agree.
That makes me so fucking happy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
and that's what they use at the block parties, right? And
all the stolen equipment. I'm sorry, but that low key just made me very happy and excited for hip hop, and I'm so proud because steal it, goddamn it. You feel me? Like even the podcaster was saying, she was like, I don't know how true this is, but it makes me fucking happy. She was like, hell yeah, fucking do that shit, rock that shit. I thought that was amazing and just made me very happy, and that is my celebration for 50 years of hip hop. Last week you had CDs, I had a story.
No, I have heard of that.
I actually agree with that because I remember my cousins.
I
remember a part of that. Like they were like, I remember that. I mean, I was young. I was really young when it happened, but I remember the looting. I remember the Bronx being nothing but abandoned, like leveled, like it was just like a war zone. Like you would have like a whole block empty and one building on one block. Like it was crazy. So I remember that. I remember climbing over bricks and hanging out with my other cousins and stuff like that. So the fact that's the story, that's and what's the podcast? Tell us, please, because I want that. I want to listen to that podcast. I'm actually off for a bit, so
I'm gonna have to send that one to you because I've been going on a rampage. I've been like seriously seeking story podcasts. Like I've noticed that most story podcasts are about true crime, so I can't really help it. But I listen to stories. I learn more from stories, like storytelling, and I can follow it. So I just listen to a lot of them. So it could have been a couple of them. I also listened to one that was so fucking good. It's about this weird ass lady who faked her whole disappearance during 9/11.
What?
This is like the third one I've heard. So this other lady, this was a documentary I watched on my VR shit. Why? I don't know. Because 9/11 shit gets me very emotional. Anyway.
Oh, she used the 9/11. Okay.
Yeah, these are two different people that used 9/11. This one lady didn't even live in the country when it happened, dog.
Oh, shit.
She lived in like a Spanish-speaking country, got over here, started this whole story about how she watched her husband die and started leading these groups and started running tours and getting money. Like, bruh. And then they found it was like one nosy dupe in her camp that was just like, something ain't right. And he found out this bitch was lying through her whole shit. She was not even here. She was just so over, I can't say excited, but just, I don't know what you call it, about 9/11. She wanted to be a part of it so bad. In the worst way.
Yeah. What motivates people to do that? What goes through their mind, man?
Listen,
it must be unstable in the first place.
Her, and then the other lady, she didn't even die or nothing. She just up and moved to California and changed her whole everything. Had a baby right before she was about to leave. The baby is like 15 when she finds out that she does have a whole family. They're in New York. She had to call the fucking dad and tell him. It was a long story, but I was like, girl, I be all in these stories first of all.
So basically, that woman was in New York. She was from New York.
She was. Yeah. I'm sorry. She was in Jersey, as a matter of fact. She was in Jersey. She was sleeping with her husband's dude. She hated her husband, had got pregnant by the husband, took this as the prime opportunity to be like, fuck it all, I'm out of here. So I don't have to tell the husband I'm cheating. He's going to be pissed that I'm having a baby because he really wants a kid, but I'm out of here. and she just fled, had the baby in California, told
So
the baby.
everybody thinks she's dead in the 9/11 rubble, or just missing. So people think she's missing.
Yeah.
In this 9/11 rubble.
How disrespectful!
She
That is so
her phone
disrespectful.
off, my nigga. She didn't play the messages until like 15 years later, and just listening to these people say, "Oh my God, I love you," and all this shit that she was just listening to. What kind of heart do you have, bro? I'm talking about.
Is she behind bars? Was she charged by the city?
Mm-mm. It's a podcast.
Woo. But there's some random people in this world, boy. For real, for real.
It's scary how crazy people are, bro.
Shit. Yeah, you know how crazy people are? They're so crazy that they think that LGBT people are going to call themselves goldfish. Have you heard Neo?
Oh, Neo need to shut up, first of all. Neo.
Did you hear Neo?
Very much borderline, boy.
What is wrong with Neo?
Tell me what he said, because I passed it too.
Okay, I'm going to read what he said. I'm going to read it, okay?
Yes.
I personally came from an era where a man is a man and a woman is a woman. And there are only two genders. That's just how I rock. That's how he rock. He rock like that. Man and man, woman and woman. All right.
And I just started liking Neo again. God
damn. He said you can identify as a goldfish if you like. But that ain't my business. It becomes my business when you try to make me play the game. Now it's a game. I'm not going to call you a goldfish. I feel like parents, you almost forgotten what the role of a parent is. If your boy comes to you and says, "Daddy, I want to be a girl," and you just let him rock with that?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Neo. Mean the fuck wow, Neo. Ooh. When you walk up to your mom and be like, "Mama, I want to sing," oh big lip boy.
Okay.
Yeah, but ain't he?
Mama, I want to dance. Like, dude, right. Relax, Neo.
Yeah, but he gets accused of being gay, right? This whole time he's been under this whole gay caution
for a long time too.
Yeah, so he should know better. What's the matter with this dude?
I guess
that's usually because that's how they react to being bullied. They become homophobes. That's like, you know, they just become these ignorant fossils. They become.
Kanye said that shit the best. Kanye said that shit. That's why he's an asshole. He's like, he was bullied. Everybody used to call him gay.
See?
Shit.
They get bullied into being like a fossil. They go crawling up. There's no water. Just drips out of the life. Just sucked out of the.
That's right, Chris. Exactly.
Chris Avalon on the chat, bro.
I want to go back to the time where I wasn't considered a Negro, and I just want to go back. I want to go back. Put these people back there. Please go back. Oh, just go back by yourself.
You lot can all go back there. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. What is with this whole bandwagon jump? You know what I mean? Like, first it was hilarious, Jessica hilarious, whatever her name is. First it was her last time. Now it's Neo having his say.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with people?
I mean, it's like they worry about us so much, bro. Until it's it's insane at this point. Like, it's not even cool to be gay no more. Remember us? They used to just leave us alone, never talk about us, never invite us to shit. Now we just get talked about all the time, but in the worst ways too. Like,
yeah, but I just feel like it's almost like not selective rage, but you know what's that thing they call it? But it's trending topic. So basically, they just want to be contrary or whatever, go against the grain, and so they can be in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So they can be relevant. That's what it seems like.
I mean, she's right. I mean, that's the issue. The issue is that people feel empowered by being mean to each other, being cruel, and being nasty, and that's what rises up to the top of the algorithm. You know, so it's like. One, you know, I already think this is a political thing.
It has to be.
Right now, you have to say that Black gay people in that whole community have been rising. They've been winning awards, Tony Awards. We just won the Tony Awards. We just won Grammys. We've been Dominique Morgan got a street named after her. You see Laverne, she's doing a red carpet. You see, you see T.S. Madison, she's everywhere. The presence of even Brittany Griner, the energy to get her back, the show strength of the black community, to the point where the biggest artist in the world, Beyonce, is dedicating her entire, her life to all of a sudden she's like the blacks and the gays are the best thing in the world. Like,
because they made Beyonce.
Thank you. That means something. And so there's a backlash against that, because that's how people are starting to see the truth in things. They start to see the truth, and there is no binary. You don't have to be man and woman. There are other people that are filling in other places. And it's just like, instead of just accepting that and moving on, that's not how they maintain control. I mean, this is about power and control, and controlling people and how they feel, and their anger and their emotion, because that's how they vote. We vote with our emotions. We vote for someone either we like or we dislike. We don't vote for policies. We just vote because I like this guy. And he believes that I should have rights, and the other guy's a racist, and he doesn't believe that I want rights. That's all we do. We just do that back and forth. I like what you guys do there in London. Don't you have like several different parties? Like, do you have like 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 parties?
In terms of political, yeah.
Yeah,
we've got so we have the Conservatives, which is the blue color, which would be like Republic. Then we have Labour, which is like your Democrats. And then this is confusing. And then we also have Lib Dems as well, Liberal Democrats.
Lib Dems, I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense. That would be probably like the moderates for over here. Like, we have moderates and people who they're in the middle all the time.
They're in the middle, exactly.
Yeah.
Conservatives are blue, Labour is red, and the Lib Dems are yellow, right? And then you have like Greenpeace, and then all the other private.
Greenpeace.
Yeah, that's the one I vote for. Greenpeace.
I'm about to be part of Greenpeace, because fuck it, bro. Like, damn. When we all come together and be like, fuck all the other shit. We're killing the earth, the place that we all live for. Like, it's dying.
We all could at least agree on that. Like,
can we agree on that?
Like, no.
The energy and time we put into the gays, bro, let's put it into plants. Like, the plants would deserve it more. I'd appreciate it more. They help me stop sneezing. Like, what the fuck?
It needs to happen. I mean, at the end of the day, we have this protest and stuff going on called Stop the Oil. I don't know if you've seen it on the news. I don't know if you guys have got your own versions over there, but
Stop the Oil.
Us is stop the fossil fuels. Us over here is the fossil fuels.
And ours is Stop the Police Academy thing.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys have that? What, like defraud the
I'm loud and wrong. There's a place here in Georgia that they're
loud and wrong.
They're knocking down like the green area to build like this ultimate police world. And they've been fighting with these people for my only thing, and I got stuck on it a long time ago, is how is it possible that people can hide out in bushes and attack the police when they're coming to this thing and nobody gets in trouble? I don't understand. You got people hiding in trees, throwing shit, Molotov cocktails at the police though.
The police are like the biggest drama queens. They need to be in Hollywood. That's what they need to be in Hollywood. They are the biggest drama queens. You got all the guns, you got all the power, the infrastructure, everything, yet you scared of us. How is that possible?
All the time.
I just don't understand that. You're the one with all the power, but you scared of us.
Okay, can I don't go back real quick? It's probably more DJ than the UEV. I don't know if it was a UT thing. Do you remember Cop Rock? It was a show. Like, these niggas be really handling cop business and just stop and start dancing and singing.
No.
What?
Yo, why do they? Now that I've remembered that, I got to write that down on my list of shit. Cop Rock, like they really be in the middle of a intense scene of handcuffing and brutal attack. And
then just
said no.
That's so gay. That's so gay.
Well, it's better that than the other way. You know,
the other way, right?
choking him out.
That's hilarious.
So hold on that note, let me just quickly share the screen real quick.
Man, that is some funny shit though. Cause why was that a thing? Cop rock. That's horrible. Oh, shout out to Pee Wee Herman, man. That's like part of all of our lives. I feel like everybody can say that they've had a Pee Wee Herman moment in their life. Like that man taught me how to make like ice cream pudding.
Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah, I never forget ice cream pudding. It's amazing.
Ice cream pudding.
It's nothing but cake and ice cream all mixed together real good. It's amazing.
Wrong one.
By the way, it is amazing because I've had it before too.
Cake pudding.
Cake pudding. It was like
pudding?
they had a cake that used to be at all my favorite Dominican family friends and Puerto Rican family friends. Mostly I think Dominican though. They were Dominican. And they have this pudding, the pudding in between the cake. Oh my gosh.
I kind of remember that, I feel like.
I used to hound my mother for that pudding cake. Oh my God, no.
Is it like a sponge with ice cream?
It's like a sponge cake, but it has pudding in the middle. It's got pudding filling, the thick pudding filling, and they had the buttercream on top. I'm the best cake in the world, and I know
what you're talking about, DJ.
Oh, if you ever been to a Dominican, their celebrations, By the way, are you about to play my favorite of all time? This song was number 1 on my weekly top 40 by Keenan Lonsdale. I love this song.
Max that scream, Evie.
Max that scream. This is Keenan Lonsdale, Gay Street Fighter from Rain. Oh my goodness, I love this song.
All right.
Not to mention, he's got a really sizable body. Okay,
what does sizable mean?
Well, because he's the right size. Maybe he could be a little shorter. He's very tall. Clearly, I like them shorter. But he's got a very nice body, and the afro does it for me. He's just a very, very sexually energy. The energy naturally comes from him as sexual. Right.
He gives me Street Fighter. And I like it. Remember that one dancing one with the headband and the afro?
What it's called Enter the Gay Street Fighter.
Oh, yes. Wow. Look at that. I was right. I felt it. Good job, guy. No. You ain't got to play no song. No music for us, Evie. We just gonna look at it.
What's that?
I said you ain't gonna put no audio with it. We just gonna look at it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
No, you can hear it. We can't hear it.
We can't hear it.
You guys can't hear it?
Nah. Did you press the little audio button?
Yeah. All right. Hold on. No worries,
guys. I can sing it though.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to give you.
Come on, man. I was giving you the background ad-libs. You ain't hear it?
I don't want people to leave in droves.
Not in droves, though.
In droves, they're all going to leave at the same time.
Golly.
They're gonna protest it because Union Square. They're just gonna flip out.
There we go.
There we go.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. Max that scream for me, baby.
Here we go. Ah.
And they be bitching about the homos cause they got the FOMO, but they wanna taste the pussy so good.
Not the pussy.
Yes, okay.
Probably suck up on my dick good better than they dick do. Making on the straight boys. I know I'm making it hard for you. And we never try to hurt no one, we just love.
Is it full screen now?
That ain't wrong, baby. But you know now our blood's been spilled by your hands and I've had enough.
I didn't put it together until you just did. The whole Street Fighter connection.
I just scored on him. I didn't even know.
That was more Mortal Kombat, that's why.
Oh, that's why. I'm loud and wrong.
Yeah, so that's a really good song. I really like that guy.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that he's indigenous to Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's Australian indigenous. Yes.
Nice. He got an accent?
Does he? No. I mean, I've only seen him in acting. I actually don't remember the last time I've seen an interview of his. But as an actor, he doesn't have an accent. So
I like him.
You guys like that?
Yeah, I did. I like him.
Definitely.
I see what you're saying about his body too. It's like long, but aren't some of the like? Isn't Chris Brown tall?
Yeah.
I heard he was tall, and Michael was tall too.
So guys, tell me, what's been going on with that Lizzo woman?
Again, I went like that. I don't know. I just fill me in.
All right. So from what I'm gathering, because it's news over here, so
I'm sure it's news over here too. Yeah,
right.
She big money. She big money. Talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even my mom. The reason why I'm bringing this up because my mom.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
So mom's like, Evie, what's going on? What's going on with that Lizzo woman? I said, Mom, don't have a clue. We have to wait and see. But apparently, she's awful. She's been mean. She's been nasty. She's not been a great employer or employee to be around or whatever. You know, like the dancers are complaining, production people and whatnot. Apparently she's been getting the dancers to do things that they don't necessarily want to do. She also had a show out in Amsterdam or something like that. She did something out in Amsterdam. Some nasty shit.
That was the best part. I thought that was the best part of the whole case.
What was the nasty thing?
They went to the red light district in Amsterdam, and there's the performers there. You know, the performers in the club.
In the scary box.
They put a banana in their vagina.
In there for JJ.
In their vajayjay, and you eat the banana.
Now y'all know I don't fuck with spit. That is so fucking far.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so wait, the last part was that she made them touch the girl's, breasts. They, she said, touch her breast, whatever. And she didn't want to because she's religious. I mean, that's what this is really about. I mean,
the girl that she was making do all of this?
Yeah, the three of them, they were all, showing that they felt uncomfortable because of their religion. They don't believe that and all, this other stuff. And they felt uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
So there's all these allegations. I mean, there's like about 40 pages worth of stuff, like a court documents and whatnot. So it's all in there. You can read it and whatever. There's loads of things that she's done. I mean, there's like religious stuff, sexual stuff, racist stuff.
Yeah.
I heard body shaming too. Like
body shaming. Yeah.
Lizzo.
And she should know better.
Lizzo.
I'm not going to point out the obvious, but she should know better.
I'm not going to point out that.
She's out of order.
What the
kettle pot?
She was supposed to have this under control.
But you know how they say, like, when you're in school and they be like, the bully only does that because he's insecure about himself or that's how he feels about himself. Is that what's been going on this whole fucking time? Lizzo complains every week about somebody bothering her.
You just got too big for her boots. Pun intended. I'm just saying.
Lizzo. Now, here's the crazy part. The one thing that I did learn about Lizzo, Lizzo is actually huge in her music business world. She's cake, bro. She's big cake. That's big money, big investment, all that big girl. Wait, we're not punning and intending, right? But that's kind of crazy because now I'm gonna watch it and kind of see how this goes for her because I want to see how that affects what she does. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of us don't.
I agree.
Do shit like that.
Yeah. Well, she came out. Well, the publicist came out with something, and it wasn't exactly an apology. I think she said she's just been going through some things, or she just tried to divert it. Do you know what? Before I even do these things, I should have the bloody little statements so I can read them. But
we getting there.
Yeah, but she didn't apologize. Put it that way. So
she said I'm not a victim, and I'm not the mean person that you're calling me out to be.
Right.
She basically said that I care about my business. I'm sensitive about my music. I'm professional. It was about professional. She kept
professional. Don't put bananas in cootie hole.
No, that's that was at the
Was
red
at the bar.
at
But
the
she was still there,
show.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
when she brought them
that's
there,
professional.
she brought. Yeah, I also agree with that. I think that there
Mm.
was lines that were breached that she shouldn't have been having them at wherever she wanted to go. She should have just left it alone. She should have just, well,
Yeah,
I'm
living
bye, see y'all later.
vicariously.
You guys
Why
are
you-
dancers. This is my
Mhm.
personal life. And so she blurred the line. That's where
Yes.
she did. So
Yeah.
she's not innocent by any stretch of the imagination. I don't necessarily think that she fat shamed as much as she was probably one of them said that she almost physically hurt her, like she was about to punch her, and someone got in the middle and stuff. And I think that's the whole thing where, you know, where celebrities are, listen, I need the things to be like this, I need this like this, and you know, it gets intense, and there is an intense situations. Most dancers don't like the person who's telling them that they have to do this over and over and over and over again. Okay.
Right. Making them better, doing what they signed up to do. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Thank you. I mean, and that's the issue is, you know, after a while, you want all this, you know, gratification. And maybe Lizzo thought taking them out, she was doing that, but I don't think
clearly she doesn't know her dancers, because if she knew who her peoples were,
I agree.
she would know.
She would have definitely known about the religion. Good point.
Yeah.
And then that means either she knew, or either she didn't know, or she knew and she was triggering them.
Right.
Or she should have just took them out to do something that everybody likes, especially her. Eat.
I didn't say it.
I'm not worried about the Lizzo tribe. It's the Beehive I'm worried about. It ain't really about the Lizzo tribe. I could dust them off.
That's because Lizzo's tribe is a bunch of nice people, and I really think.
Yeah, but isn't
Lizzo needs to be nice then?
Yeah, but isn't Lizzo a homewrecker?
On top.
Her boyfriend, isn't the boyfriend that she's with now? She stole. Well, he was with someone else.
I mean, he went, obviously Miss whatever her face wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, and Lizzo was like paying for things and getting him opportunities.
Yeah, but he's just getting a step up. He's doing what?
Yeah. She's upset. That girl's upset because Lizzo could get her a job and she couldn't.
Right. Yeah, but she was but to be fair to the girl, Baker, them two was together for 10 years.
10 years.
You know what I'm saying? And then
she put in some investment into that. Okay, I get it.
Is that kind of what happened with Ellen though, right? After all of those years and all of this stuff, then everybody be like, "Oh, you mean as fuck, Ellen."
Yeah, during the pandemic. Yep.
It all came out that she's mean.
Where is she at now?
Where with Portia fucking living basically with doing a bunch of shit, I'm sure. Like, I'm like,
because it's not over for them. It's more over in a sense of public facing, but they're always doing stuff behind the producing and making more money. So if this really hits Lizzo, it's only going to hit her for a little bit,
because her brand is all about positivity and all that shit. This is
opposite. And again, we're gonna see what money behind the artist looks like, opposed to money not behind the artist. Mm-hmm. When that marketing and that publishing budget is different, shit goes away, shit gets wiped over, shit gets mended and molded and fixed.
Then she ends up on podcasts. And that's when you start seeing her on podcasts. That's when you know. Like Neo. See, like where Neo is doing DJ Vlog. Yeah, that's where you go.
Neo better be quiet. He should have talked about his little insecurity with having his head out before he went for the gays. He had more shit to address before that.
He's got that LL Cool J situation with the cap syndrome, innit?
But the thing is, with LL Cool J, he's sexy as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? So you got a lot.
Neo ain't.
To worry about Neo.
Neo ain't.
Before you come up here talking. And here's the thing: when he talks to us, he be like, and looking like, okay, you're doing a lot there, hand movement, head gesture, face, head, ass, to be talking shit. Neo, just stay over there and sing the goddamn song, Neo. Sing the song and do the dance, Neo. Do it.
Just not another love song, okay?
And let us just stay in your whole unsung story. It was really nice and touching, and I started to like you again. Don't fuck it up for me.
But let's get back to Lizzo. I mean, you guys we've all been in an industry, and we've all met jerks and a-holes that we've had to work with.
Mhm.
Is this really that bad? Like what what
This is
Lizzo
the
is being accused
industry.
of?
Yeah.
I thought
Mhm.
this is a part of the industry. This is part and parcel. What do the workers want? Like some kumbaya moments or some shit like that?
And I'm
I
like,
don't
at what
know.
point? Because remember talking about the industry, like you gotta have tough skin to be in this business. Is this not part of the part where you gotta have tough skin? Are you really breaking down because Lizzo said you're fat? Lizzo said it. Okay, like what the fuck, bro? So I feel
I
both
agree.
of
And
y'all,
then
like,
also,
professional.
yeah, but you also have the ability to not go into that club. Surely you didn't need to go in, participate. You could have walked out. You could have had, like, what is it? Is it to do with, oh, maybe they felt like they might lose their job or the
It had to be something like
opportunities?
that, or maybe because of the person that she is when they're in rehearsals and shit like that, they know that revenge was gonna come later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you
Mm.
about to fuck me up for the next, or you about to get on my nerve. You know how that shit is when you got
Right.
Mhm.
boss and shit.
That's why I brought it up from that perspective, and in the
Yeah.
sense of you knowing that in this business when you work with people, it is all about relationships. And
Mhm.
sometimes when you piss somebody off, it affects your relationship, even
And the
if
way
you're
that
working with
business
them.
goes, it travels. Lizzo don't
Hmm.
fuck with you, that this person don't fuck with you because that person needs to hire you, but that person not gonna hire you because what they heard about you for when you was with Lizzo type shit. That's how that
Right.
shit goes. Relationships, Jay.
Right. So
But
you
dude,
I mean,
you
that's
believe,
gotta
you
respect
believe
something. That's my thing.
do you believe in that there's gatekeepers and you could be blackballed?
Absolutely.
absolutely
You
easy.
can on any level. Like you could be
I
a
totally agree
city
with that.
artist on this level right here and still be blackballed by the Brunch Club.
Right,
First of all,
right.
I heard we're blackballers too. I heard that
Well,
there is a
oh,
I
there's
know
a
I'm blackballed.
there was the most
have we,
recent
are
artist
we,
that said that all of us halt their career.
oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're career
Definitely.
halters.
I have definitely been blackballed many times before, and probably still am in some forms in some places. Which I wear with a badge of honor. I do wear that because
mhm.
the reason why I'm being blackballed is because I'm not going to take, you know, you know,
Take their
I'm just not
shit.
going to take the BS. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to allow you to completely walk all over me or disrespect me in that case. So yeah, so maybe but there's some people who don't care, because it's about the career. And I
Mhm.
get that. I understand it. I'm not, um, hating on anybody else. If you can get through that and you can do that and it gets you to a place where you're comfortable with yourself, then you go right ahead.
Mhm.
But I was someone who was always going to speak up. Even though I was regular job, I remember speaking up for other workers who I felt like weren't speaking up for themselves. Like I'm a
Mhm.
union kind of guy, so
I'm
I'm
one of
one of
those
those that
too. Yeah.
yeah, I'll speak up and say, listen, this you don't need to talk to someone like that. There's no
Mhm.
need to go be like that. I
Yeah.
remember when we used to throw events in Manhattan, and certain people would come, and then they would look at them a certain way, like if they were disabled or not
Mhm.
cool looking. I would
Mhm.
invite them to my VIP area. If I had a
Yeah.
VIP area, you come to my VIP area. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that sometimes that acceptance doesn't always fit in people who believe in the facade. You know what I'm saying? The facade part. So I think that with thank you bringing up with Lizzo's situation, I can understand these girls feeling like there's not much they can do because you piss her off and she's the top dog. Where am I going
Mhm.
to go after that? You
Right.
know, that the director that said the director brings credibility. I don't know who the hell this is, but I'm on the air, so I don't know.
You
But
still
no,
you.
but no, it was just it. Oh damn, I
You
forgot.
lost your
But
point of
it's definitely the power
yeah.
dynamic,
Yeah.
which is very important in this story because that's the problem. It's a power dynamic. If they were just co-workers and I took you out to hang out, we went someplace, there's no power dynamic.
Right.
She's the
Right.
boss.
Right. Right.
And the boss is telling you to touch someone's
Right.
titty
Right.
and to eat a banana out of someone's vagina. Oh no, it wouldn't even have to be a religion thing for me to say no. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not eating that out of his ass. I'm not eating that out of his ass. I'm
No,
not eating that out of his
exactly.
ass. I don't care. I
I'll,
don't care how
I'll
nice his ass
You
looks.
smack
I'm
know
not
that.
eating that out of his
why?
ass.
First of all, you weren't gonna get me to the club in the first place because if I say no, I'm not
Oh,
going.
you know. Mm-hmm. But I'm
Spit
But it surprises me to know that we are career holders. What does that mean? I mean, are we that powerful?
That we're what? Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I was like, first of all, you're talking to me, and I don't even know who this person is. Like maybe one of my associates will know a little bit better, but me, I just have no idea who you're talking about. But apparently, like we don't post this person's videos and stuff like that. I'm like, well, clearly you're not getting it to us because for no other reason would we be like, oh fuck that? That's I don't know. Like I don't even know what to say. I was just like, I guess.
Well, if it's good, we'll post it. If it isn't, then what can we say?
Maybe that's it. Like, yeah. So what was it say?
So
It was difficult for me to separate work and play with coworkers when I travel with the circus. Ooh, cool! You travel with the circus.
Did Chris travel with the circus?
Yeah, I know one other dude that traveled with the circus. I think that's amazing. What'd you do?
What did you do?
I know to know.
I think that's the perfect job to do if I was single and I, like traveling and just getting to know every place. Like that's just
the circus.
Yeah,
That's interesting. I know one guy. He was a clown, like part of that Universal Circus hip hop clown. One of my good friends too. The dance captain came off like.
Yeah, that was a girl. The dance captain. One of the they're not just suing Lizzo. They're also suing the dance company and stuff, and the producers and everything.
Why?
And because they, I guess, oversaw this abuse and didn't say anything. I don't know. I think this whole case, I'll be honest with you, is just a character assassination at the end of the day.
Sound like it.
And I'm not saying that she's not wrong and she need to be corrected, but the idea this is coming out is the way it's coming out. It seems it's
it could have been handled in house.
It could have been handled in house. That's how I feel. But the fact that it's coming out means that they really want to, her credibility.
And it's that opportunistic part of everybody right now that I want to be seen, I want to be heard, all that kind of shit. And I feel like it's not respected that this could assassinate somebody's whole ass character. The same character that brought you to here, that's got you paid up to this point, all of that type of shit. And yeah, to handle it in the business would be amazing. But now everybody runs to social media and they runs to the media because the media is like, oh yeah, give me anything dirty, anything bad, anything negative,
So that leads me to the conclusion of that Carly Russell situation.
Yeah, sorry. Because what? That's the biggest question mark of all time. Just like what?
Segue. I mean, in terms of Jussie Smollett.
What happened?
And Jussie Smollett. I mean, this thing of faking. Forget. Like she could have mental issues and all this stuff, right? It could be some underlying situations, right? Of course, semantics or whatever. Yeah. But my thing is it really that bad that you have to fake something so serious, like with the Jussie Smollett situation, having to hire the Nigerians?
Sorry. Because these people are in fucking.
It sounds ridiculous, even with the way you say it.
It's just so crazy.
It's just because, you know what? I'm not even going to lie, guys, right? Even to this day, I don't even think I've spoken to you guys about it. I'm still in disbelief. Like, did that actually happen?
I still don't think it happened.
Yeah.
I am one of those people still holding out, saying that, well, he said it happened. So as far as I'm concerned, it happened. Or there's some mastermind reason why he did this, but none of that has come out. We've just kind of like, it's still out there.
It was based on,
and I don't know,
but it wasn't not based on that he was about to be axed from the Empire show or some shit like that, and he wanted to sort of like keep his career going or whatever, and so this was his little knee-jerk response.
That doesn't make any sense though. Even when they said that, I was like,
yeah,
you're at the top of your game. Right. You're on Fox, a network. You just had the Pepsi deal.
Right.
I just don't understand the
motive.
And then I'm not saying, and by the way, I'm not even saying that he's innocent. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know anything. But I'm with you. I just don't understand why. And I think the same thing with Carly. Like we still don't know
Why?
And it's like,
We
is
don't
nobody
know
asking
why.
that question? Like,
Yes.
why?
And Chaos, to your one, back because I watched our brunch club and you mentioned about the woman on the plane seeing the man, remember?
Yeah.
Exactly. Where's the man? Where's the aftermath? Where's this woman?
Where's the
I want to
follow
know
up?
why.
Yeah. So is that a trend in media right now? Because it's like hype up, carry us through, and then
Right.
that's it. It ain't
And
no
then-
let down. It ain't no like here.
Which means to me that it's not journalism.
It's not journalism.
Because
Journalism
to
is
me,
gone, bro.
thank you. Journalism would be beginning, middle, end.
Mhm.
You
That's
get
how
the
we're
when,
supposed to
why,
write a
what,
story,
what's
yeah?
going on, and there's no why. All the whys, just forget it. We know what and who.
It's a choose your
What
own
happened
adventure
and who
book,
did
bro.
it?
Remember choose
That's
your own
it.
adventure books? If he goes downstairs, turn to page 4. If he
Yes.
doesn't, go back to page 6.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's
I love
America
those.
at this point, bro. Every story that we've talked
Ooh.
about for the past couple of weeks is just now what? Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx. Jamie Foxx, we went through this whole
Thank you.
situation. Now he's just back like regular with a new movie that's not really out, but is really out because everybody's talking about it. But
Yeah, but
I
then,
don't remember the promotion.
but then
Like
they dragged him
Oh
again.
my god!
But then they've dragged him
Oh my
again
God.
about some Jewish
about
comment.
some Jewish remark.
Yeah.
And then
But it
like
wasn't even nothing to do with it.
who was in there?
Wasn't he better when he was sick?
That's the only time we had good comment. I don't understand, bro, what be going on. But you're so right, Banks. Journalism is not journalism, bro. It was way better when we had to wait for that shit to come to us in a newspaper and you had to get it in the morning because they had to finish the shit. You feel me? Now we get pieces. Oh, wait, something else happened. I
Right.
can't pay attention to
Thank
that right
you.
now. I got Kim Kardashian fucking threw away a tissue. So I gotta fucking cover the fuck out of this. You know what I mean? Like, some of this shit, and then you hear it's like if we haven't realized just how big the world is just by looking at comments and just those type of statistics, when you see like so many people under a post will be like, and why do I care? Like, what the fuck? Who cares? So there's a lot of people that just don't care, and then there gotta be somewhere in the world people like, oh my god, Kardashian tissue, like, bruh. It's people. It's got to be enough because there's got to be some type of balance. So, situations
Not Kardashian tissue. Oh no.
doodle tissue. She said doodle samples. Speaking
Right.
of doodle samples, like that's a whole thing. Did you know that?
We've reached the top of the hour, so let me play you another song, okay, guys?
Oh, DJ, you letting Evie show out on those. I got a video for y'all too, but it's not a music video.
I decided to take a break this week.
I'm on vacation.
I got you guys.
Get it.
Oh yes. This song. Yes, please play this.
Give me.
Stick to my loogie, spit it and blow me Adobe. If life a movie, mine an indie, make you woozy. Shit is a doozy, I'm dizzy, who gon' pursue me? You something to me, truly, you managed to move me. Skip to my loogie, spit it and blow me Adobe. If life a movie, mine an indie, make you woozy. Shit is a doozy, I'm dizzy, who gon' pursue me? You something to me, truly, you managed to move me. What is it to you? I'm useful, the tension's mutual. Mute and nuptials, all for the sake of ritual. Now what's original? Tightrope on a typical. I be so cynical, pinnacle of a criminal.
Her flow is insane.
You feel me?
I love her
pocket
flow.
is, and she got slick bars in there. I like it.
Yes. Nappy Nina.
Oh, Nappy Nina.
I can't remember where Nappy Nina is from.
I got a video of Nappy Nina in my phone because I wanted to post it, but I couldn't figure out who the fuck it was. The name, I know who that is now. She's in my phone. That's so weird. Sorry, like if something was to happen to me and they went through my phone, I'd be like, why is her picture in there? I don't know.
Why is Nappy Nina in your phone?
But that's who it is. Yeah, shout out to Nappy Nina. That was hard.
Yeah, she has an album out called Morning Dew.
Dope.
DEU. And I wanted to feature this on the weekly top 40. It's not long enough. It's not 2 minutes. I think it's like a minute and 40 something seconds. But she goes hard on this. I love this music video. Just her. And yeah, I'm definitely giving that the Rockets because I love it. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, wait, we gotta go back to that one because that's funny. But nah, Nappy Nina's hard. Where's she from?
That's when let me look that up. Let me look that up because I'm sure there's somewhere. Actually, she comes up on American rapper. She comes up on Google.
Hey, Nappy Nina, tap in with us, man.
Oakland.
Oakland,
That's where it is.
that's
That's what it is.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
Oakland.
yeah.
Oakland always got some. I don't know. Oakland is a fucking vibe, bro. Like when I went to Oakland, I was just there. They appreciate music too. They appreciate hip hop. So I appreciate them.
I think Freshies from out there too,
Freshies.
and Blinds I think is out.
Evie just dropped the mic like I played Nappy Nina. I'm out.
And I'm out.
Right.
And I'm out.
I thought it was one of those.
She's back in. But I have to say that Nappy Nina's that when you say Oakland, it kind of makes all the sense. It makes all the sense.
Yeah, shout out to Nappy Nina. It was another one. What I will say about us three is that we tend to gravitate and we all unanimously like songs that don't have a lot of shit going on in the beat, and that person rides the fuck out of the beat. I can think about like more than a couple songs that we've done over this past week, and we were all like, "That shit, yeah, we like that." I think it's because it's part of my ADHD. I don't like all the stuff going on. Makes me a little nervous. I appreciate that wordplay though.
I mean, sometimes people do all that because they're overcompensating. And I have to say one thing. I don't know if anyone's, maybe you can cut this up in some way or somehow or something, but I need artists to understand one thing. I understand if you have a project coming out, you have an album, and so you're dropping song week by week, right? And there's an end game, an end goal with that. But if you're just a regular rapper who's trying to get yourself out there, I can understand once every 3 months. You know, if you're feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to be creative. But the releasing music every single week, I don't know. It's just it
I second that.
It doesn't give anyone the opportunity to digest what's happening. And I think that you're just almost spinning in a wheel that there's no way that, you know, because I listen to it. So I'm just, you know, saying from someone who's actually, you know, making sure the songs get on the radio and, you know, making sure that, you know, I get it in my playlist and stuff. And just the amount of artists that are just churning it out, like bang after week after week after week, a new remix, a new this. And it's like, slow down.
Well, you know what that shows is that they're doing exactly that. They're putting it out. There's no marketing strategy behind it. There's no push strategy behind it, because it's gonna take you a little bit after that song to figure it out. How am I making the song move? Like, what's the catch? What's the hook? I can't catch the hook if I didn't even see the last one. It's too much. So I'm thinking the psychology behind it is like,
fucking hell.
Maybe if I'm just always putting it in your face, they're always gonna put it up. But that's not it. You know what I mean? That's not it at all. Think about it.
Yeah, and I understand if you're putting it out to test it. Like sometimes people will put out testers.
Yeah.
They'll put out music, and they're just trying to see where everyone's gauging. But you can tell it's more than just that. It's like they're really putting out a song.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, okay, well, I just heard that song just last week. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Let me soak it in. Especially when they're releasing albums and then they're releasing singles after you released an album. Sometimes let it rest.
It's like ideally what you want to do. You want to put out that song. You want to put out some content about where that song came from, why it came about, things like that. Some behind the scene, perhaps. Perhaps you want to do a lyric video, like stretch that bitch. You know what I mean? Stretch that bitch out.
I agree.
Drop the instrumental. Fucking, you know, do different things. Do as much things you can stretch it out. That's the imprint that we want in our brains. Not, hey, I got this song. Hey, I got this song. Hey, I got this song. I want to hear the song Love Rover over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. Just keep tapping me. I mean, it's gonna get the attention that it needs, and just put it out in all different forms. There's so many different ways. Fucking everything don't have to be a TikTok dance, but figure out how to jump it on TikTok some way. You feel what I'm saying? Like
that's why radio was so good. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what radio did. It was just consistent.
It regulated that shit. Yeah.
Exactly. So no matter where you was at, you always heard that tune. and then it just became embedded in your psyche. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas now,
Specifically, since we have an LGBT radio station that's on iHeartRadio called We Are You Radio, the Urban Sound of Pride.
Yes.
So plug.
And this is us, like, this is us honestly telling you how to maximize the urban sound of pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, strategy, you got to have strategy in order to compete, or you got to have strategy in order to not even compete, because I feel like we're just feeding our community. We still got it easy. You can use our market as a test market to do a lot of shit to reach the goals that you're trying to get to. But then these are not instructions, because we didn't make the fucking rules, but we deal with the rules every day. You see what I'm saying? So to both of y'all guys' points, a strategy, bro, it's simple. You got AI. Go ask AI how to fucking write a strategy for my album, a 30-day strategy. That shit will break it down to itty bitty parts. And even if it doesn't, guys, read what it's saying, because the structure is correct, and then put your own spin to that shit. It gets so easier, bro. Last night I sat there and figured out how to use ChatGPT and Canva to do all 50 of my posts. That's 50 goddamn posts. Wow. Now, if you really want,
I need to learn. I'll be
I
honest
will
with
show
you.
you. I promise you.
I gotta get into
something
it.
like that is so simple, and it's just like, God damn, you got to think consistency. For all of us on here, we're entrepreneurs. We're running more than one business right now. You know what I'm saying? We're doing more than one thing that we focus on every single week. We got to use the tools that they gave us to take away some of the hard shit. And it's even more of an advantage.
That's so true.
We don't have to call and find us a person. Hey, could you be the person that posts all my shit all week? No, we just got to make our time block schedule to where this is that day where we're going to load the shit up to blast off for the next 50 fucking posts, bro. That's the world. The world is spinning. The world is moving so fast. We got to catch the up.
And I also think, because we're in a predicament where we finally have our own. Because I remember when there was a time we were like, when are we gonna get our own? When are we gonna get our own station? When are we gonna get our own radio shows? When are we gonna get our own? Now we have our own, and it's very difficult to sustain, because the way the structure is laid, there's no support system. So I know several streaming services that are having trouble staying afloat, like that have great gay content and just are not being able to hold that level of interest, because
to the video.
Thank you. So
interest because what?
Because there's just not enough energy going to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, for example, I'll just use We Are You Radio for an example. So We Are You Radio spins a lot of these artists. I do my best. I have the only time that we can play unfiltered music is my time. Right. And I have full control over those. So I try to get the young guys in there, these young rappers. I try to get them, played, because they deserve that. But what I'm not seeing is the energy on the other end. Like, I'm not seeing their energy onto We Are You Radio, like, right, well, yo, come on to We Are You Radio, or listening on the app, and then sharing that experience, like they share with 98.7 KTU.
So can I ask you,
or BLS, and stuff like that.
So where's the disconnect, do you think? What is the disconnect, do you think, between the actual station, let's say the company, the brand, and the people? Where are we not reaching?
I think a lot of it is cultural. I don't know, like learned behavior. We've been doing it like this for so long that supporting independent avenues doesn't seem to get the most back, because you're not getting the most back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you may not get the same amount of spins or the power of your spins. If you go to BLS, you got millions of people listening, right? There's a guaranteed source. But on We Are You Radio, you're more of a niche group that you're trying to build, and so there's not the same punch you get from BLS. So automatically,
I'm gonna ask, like, as far as sponsors go and widening the audience, like, what does sponsorship look like? What does collaboration look like, in a sense of name to name, brand to brand? You feel what I'm saying? So we talk about like BLS and shit like that, but Oh, I thought my computer cut off. It just went black screen for a second. No, but we talk about BLS and shit like that, but they're sponsoring like summer jams and they have Coca-Cola sponsorships, or we can go down the tiers. I'm looking like, okay, where's our relationships? And it's crazy because I see a lot of our brands, and when they do make sponsorship, we tend to make sponsorships with other brands that are pretty much on our same level. When do we step up one? You feel what I'm saying? And we leverage that, especially at a time like this where it's the way to be gay, right? And everybody wants to attach. When and where are we reaching out to? And I say it all the time, Evie, like boxer briefs. All of us studs wear fucking boxers. When are we gonna make the connection? And I say this, and people are like, well, when are you gonna make the connection? Leave chaos out of this. Let me do what I'm doing right now, okay?
Because it's and also it's not one person.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a collective thing you're asking. And this is what I'm saying. For example, that's why Roland Martin went off on, one time when it was about getting, financial backers. And he's like, well, why aren't the corporations that want to do diversity, why aren't they putting their money behind him instead of you're putting it behind a company that already has money?
Right.
So it's like, there's no investment. And so if I'm a growing company, I have a body butter. Where am I going to get the most impact for my money? Because I only have a limited finite amount of money too. So where am I going to get? Am I going to get more from Facebook and Instagram, or am I going to get more from some show that's on a small show on a radio, on an independent radio station? That's what they're deciding is, where am I getting the most power for my punch, and not necessarily thinking in the long run of, well, let me invest in this small situation and we build up together. Right. No one's thinking long term. Everyone's thinking short term because I only have a certain amount of money in my pocket.
You got to think short and long, and then you have to also think about other people's money. You know what I'm saying? I just finished reading this book. God damn it! No, The Lean Startup. Eric something or other. Don't hold me to that. His name is definitely Eric, but I don't know the last name. The Lean Startup. Okay. And you talk about the money and the investment, but we also think about mind frame, and we think about, okay, my mind is like, I only got a smaller bit of money. What did I do? These bigger companies don't think like that. Mark Zuckerberg and all of those fucks didn't think about that shit. They're like, I got this idea. How am I bringing it to life? It's crazy to think that the money was kind of the last thing, because another one of my podcasts I'm listening to talks about people who fake it till they make it type of shit. And when you think about all the shit and the levels that these people go, and they ain't had nothing, but because of the way that they present it and they believe, but then you got to have shit to back it up. So, when I think about,
do you chaos? Because there's several scammers that have made it all the way up and they ain't proved nothing yet.
They did prove something. They proved that they went all the way the fuck up. They fucked up because they didn't have a strategy. The new world, it just is like, because shit moves so fast, you can't think about it on the fly like we used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people will have that gift, and it'll probably be like our nieces and nephews, because that's how fast time is moving. But like, we have to have a structure, a plan. It needs to be like a carrot dangling in front of people's heads to get there. And I say that to the point of, back to what we were talking about, the money part. It's like, these people don't think about how much it's going to take to get there. They just think about how it's going to take to get there. And that's the thing, is people, is so many people in the world just sitting there with money, and they just need the right conversation to be like, fuck that, I'm going to invest. I'm sitting here talking to this man who literally he stayed in his inner circle and scammed the fuck out of everybody. he made his wife's girlfriend believe he was his best friend and got him to invest more than $800,000 in his business. How? First of all, why you got $800,000 that you could just give away? Anyway, that's another story. But to my point,
but you're right. There is a lot of extra money up there.
Yeah. That, and so I don't want to. I'm having this conversation when I'm walking on glass, because I don't want to, put it toward your company that we're talking about, but I want to just put it toward companies
generals
here. Yeah, I want to speak generally as fuck. And especially LGBT companies, I feel like the leaders of it, you know what I'm saying? The leaders of whatever this brand is, this company that's LGBT, and we're asking why we're not stepping up. We need to take the fucking step. We need to be in the room with the people that have the money. Where are they? That's our research. We have to find out. Because what makes me any different from anybody else in that room full of investors that's talking? The fact that I figured it out and went and found it and put myself in that goddamn room. But we got to be, we got to be ready too. So remember how we used to talk about, give us a couple years ago, and we would talk and say, like, these artists can't be mad at the DJs for going in there and not playing their music, but shit, the shit's not mixed. I'm not gonna stop my party and play unmixed music. Think about your investors and shit. They're not gonna drop that 200,000 if your shit's not ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. It's moving fast. We're not developing artists. We're not developing businesses either. For real.
I agree with that.
And y'all niggas gotta be ready, and y'all niggas gotta be, and we have to stay current. You said it a minute ago. You was just like, we're stuck in our ways, or some people may be stuck in their ways. This is how we run our business. We can't do that either. That shit changes every day, especially when we talking about radio and creative economy, anything in there, photography, videography, all that shit. Even though we go back and forth on equipment, even you might want to shoot on that old ass camera from fucking 1990 because it has a feel on it.
Mm-hmm.
But when we deliver it to the public, we still got to put it on new technology to get it out there, don't we?
Yeah.
It's the same thing in business. Like, we got to convert. And I'm preaching this because this is my year, bro. This is the year that I just want to change it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about things anymore. I want to be about things. So it's a progression. But I'm on my scammer shit, so I can talk shit.
And it's on purpose. It's purposeful.
It's on purpose. Fuck yeah, it is, bro. Fuck yeah, it is. And I say, y'all and what we do in LGBT gotta be the passion behind a lot of us, bro. Because for years we've been doing it, and if we can still have this conversation about why we're not going there, it's a passion. Because why the fuck do we keep doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're there, and it's just, to me, it's just time for us to claim our spot. We've paid dues, bro. 1, 2, 3, a lot of dues. You know what I mean? I made that up. But nah, seriously. That shit. Okay. That's my TED Talk for this week.
I love it.
But it was good because when the thing on Governor's Island went well too. I mean, it was good to see,
Benji Boombox, shout out to
Baron. Yeah, Baron was there, and I saw Mark Angel was hosting. Splash went she saw some, some really great people. Medina was there, Dayburger was there, Besties was there, DJ Mary Mac. It was a good event. I saw that they had some fun. So you're right. I mean, I think a lot of times we do try to keep it within family,
within ourselves, but for an event like that, just one sponsor. Because I promise you could have reached out, or I'm not going to say that because I don't know fully. I don't know the situation. But I would have liked to see it. I would like to understand why we don't have a sponsor. I want to understand why, like, in New York City, on that island, that's probably got one product that's throughout everything on that island, may it be Coke. Coke don't mind giving fucking a couple $1,000s over here. That's pennies to them. But we got to go in with a good ass proposal. This is what we do. This is how long we've been doing it. This person, that person, this person affiliated, and they're beast as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're all look upable. Look them up and cut a check, bro. And then don't fucking go weird with the money neither. Like, put it back into your business. Give it to the people, and not give it to them like that, but make the experience that much wow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, serve your people. Take care of the people that are coming in to speak and perform, bro.
For sure.
All right. Chaos for president. Come, let's go. Let's go. Come on.
I got homework. That's what's wrong.
You got homework to do?
Fuck yeah. Who's this? Let's pop up some of these.
Like,
the chat GDP tutorials on YouTube.
Yeah,
check it out. I have it on my I have it on my browser. I tried it one time, but I just never know what to ask.
Anything?
It's like, That's what I'm saying. Like that's so broad. Like the
I
way
know.
you made it sound like we was like, well, you need to put in ChatGPT how to do this, and I'm like, okay.
The
But
questions
when
that you
people,
got in your head.
Even if you wanted captions, headlines, beginning sentences, just to get you started on writing another form of sentence, it will help you. You just type it in, anything, and it will just come up.
Literally, DJ.
I have to do this.
It depends on
I
what
already
you.
have. I'm ready though. I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
You ready for it?
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
What we at now? We're coming up to the. Oh, that was it. You guys put in the baddies. What's this baddies thing?
Time for a shift. That's exactly right, Chris. Up there. What's the baddies? Hoochie daddies? LGBT
No, there was something you posted about the baddies. It was
Saya, right? Wasn't that you, Bakes?
Yeah.
Bakes, are you frozen? Oh.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just like, I don't know nothing about the baddies. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, Saya. Oh, Saya.
Yes.
Yeah. Saya is supposed to be the guest, one of the guests on the baddies, I guess. I don't
It's a show?
Yeah, it's on Zeus.
Oh.
Zeus.
Well, Zeus.
And you know they have a new one coming up that's supposed to be out of Atlanta called I think Produce or something like, because with a P.
I'm hot.
And it's I don't know, but everyone's got a network, and this is what I'm saying, that the investment has to be there. And what I'm seeing is a lot of people who may get a lot of money at the beginning, but at the end of the day, what Zeus put on with Bad Boys was trash.
And it's continuing. They're feeding the damn. This is what I said. When you get money, this is how you could tell this is their money they're running off of.
But I'm not even talking about the content. I'm talking about the production. The production was trash. Like you have great glossy cameras and you got great editors, but then the production was trash. You've got people who didn't fight. You have people who were sitting up in their rooms all day. There are people who are not even, and the house is empty. No one, you didn't get a stylist to come in and get the house together with some, some half cheap furniture. You know what I'm saying? Something like, but to have an empty mansion and have these boys in here in an empty man, it looked really stupid. It looked really stupid. And it was all about production. To me, it's like, I don't understand it, and then you have other networks that have great production, but there's no investment into it at all. Like there's just nothing.
Chris Sorry.
Long chin.
Why they gotta call her long chin, Adelina? And I seen something with a fight or something they had on there, and somebody had broke it down on Instagram, and it was basically about her chin the whole time. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Is her chin like a mass destruction weapon? Like
mass destruction?
Mass destruction? Gosh.
I don't know, but to your point, Bakes, why not put the money into the marketing and the production? Like, where did the money go, though?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Because if between that, the content, I don't even watch Zeus stuff this point. But because the only thing I see about Zeus stuff is that it's just ratchet as fuck, bro. And I mean,
which don't get me wrong, I love it. I love it too. I mean, I love Bad Boys. I want to see them get fighting and all that. But with the production, because the storylines are not complete, they're not thought out, they're not, and to think that I can get better stuff on YouTube, from Gemini Films, I get storylines over there. I'm like, oh, I'm all in, But here's Zeus with the budget; they've got the actual budget, and you're giving me less production than someone with a less budget. That's what I'm talking about.
So Zeus is like its own app. You have to go on an app. It's not like
it's its own streaming service, so they can put anything they want up there. They don't have to go through any type of, FCC situation. They're just whatever.
So is Zeus? Name me some more. Independent. What do they call, like OOBs, or they got like a weird name like that? No, Tubi.
Tubi's
But like,
as
there's
Fox.
a name for this independent digital streaming kind of services. I had gotten to a black hole about it, but I forgot the name of it.
But there's well, I know the gay ones. The gay ones are
It was another.
Watch ACTV, SVL TV, Here
Oh,
TV,
SVTV.
SVTV, Out TV,
Reverie.
Reverie. There's
Yeah.
also Signal 23. There's also Omius TV. There's
Damn.
Vims. Watch Vims. I'm about to subscribe to them for my time off.
So many subscriptions. I mean,
how could anyone afford? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
how could
it's like
anyone
having
afford that?
Interestingly enough, like, why won't any of them link
Thank
up?
you.
Yeah,
That was my point. My point
That's
is
a
they
mega
need to
right there.
they need to come together and
It's
share in that
interesting because-
pot. But I that's the issue.
Yeah, but wasn't that the issue with like us and parties back in the day, and us with a lot of goddamn shit? Yeah, we're fighting for rights. Like, can we fight for these rights within us first, and let them fight about us? Because they fighting about us, and we didn't ask. So let's handle
some of the biggest parties you guys can remember is when they brought them together.
Yeah.
When they brought the lesbian, the gays, and everyone into the same party. Up here in New York, it was Men Are for Mars and Women Are for like they had a Men Are for Mars party and they had the Venus party, but they would really be together.
I remember that, bro.
Everyone was going. The lesbians were hanging out with the gays were hanging out with the lesbians. Everyone had their own space.
Pride was about back in the day. Like, that was the pride. We gotten so sectioned off. It's like, okay. I'm gonna tread lightly over there too, because I don't want to get canceled.
Right, we're reaching the halfway mark. I'm gonna play another song for you guys.
Yeah,
you mentioned it last week, Chaos. You mentioned about this artist. Well, you said about Kenilworth. Katrina's got a new song out, right?
Katrina, that's my DJ voice.
Is that your?
She directed this.
Hey.
She directed this one?
Yeah.
Let's go, Katrina. I like watching her grow.
Yes. See?
Hey.
When it's time to go to war, yeah, everybody know them boys don't fit. Lay them down, we don't talk too much. 100 rounds, we don't talk too much. When they mouth, niggas talk too much. We don't rap, we don't talk too much. We don't know, we don't talk too much. Niggas wanna know what's up with them. Lame niggas won't fuck with them. We ain't cool, we ain't tough with them. Oh, you cannot hit the blunt with me. Oh, that nigga don't fuck with him. You run your mouth and it's stuff for you. Tell them wolves, they gon' come for you. Yeah, nigga, it is what it is. These niggas talk, I be running they lives. I'm in the streets, I be rolling with G, so these niggas don't need to be all in my bed. I hang with shooters and robbers and killers, but only the real niggas know how I live. I don't be talking about what I did. My mama told me don't tell them your biz. I say it once, I won't say it again. I give it a word and that's up with his head. You say some hot shit up in my DM. I swear I'm leaving that nigga on red. I don't trust none of these niggas. You wanna come get it, my nigga? You heard what I said. I'm still 100 for niggas. The couple of niggas you see me with, nigga, they real. We don't be doing too much. These niggas hoes.
All right.
That's my favorite. These niggas hoes.
I want to feature this one also too, but it's not on Spotify, so that makes it very difficult. But I still feel like I want to find a way to put this on the weekly top 40. Her music is just fantastic. Her flow is fantastic. Her pen game is fantastic. And I agree with you, Chaos. Watching her grow grow into this facet artist and again, she won my heart over when she worked with the Hungarian artist. That song blew my mind, and I will ever be a fan of Kenilworth.
I was introduced to Katrina when she did that Hey Roger. I thought that was
amazing. Yes.
So she's been consistent as fuck.
Who was the other person? Black or something like that?
Kilo Black.
Kilo Black.
Yeah. But she's been consistent as fuck with her videos, concepts, her original, her flow. Like, I can't say two of her songs sound alike. No. And that's fucking hard, bro. So consistency with that space. Wasn't that our conversation? Not every week, but just the right amount of time for you to be excited about a
her
new release.
collaborations are also original. Her collaborations are just so different.
Yep, her
And each
performances
person-
were good.
Mhm.
We've seen the performance. That's a package, bro. Like when we talk about artists and being ready and packages, like if somebody approached her with something, she has all the different spots. And we can talk about her business, but clearly she's got her business going. There's a system there. There's a system there. There's a team there. And I don't know if it's like a giant team, but it's at least 2 people. And they're all for the same cause. Katrina.
But I'm trying to get the interview, and I want us guys to interview her. I want to get her to be like a special guest so we can
Katarina.
ask the question. So if you guys are up for that, you know, I can arrange that and get her to come in one of the brunch clubs for maybe 30 minutes.
Can we sneakily ask her to do like a freestyle or something? Like, can we manipulate a free performance for us?
Yes.
And it'd be like so self-motivated, like it's just for us, but we'll share kind of thing.
Yes. Why not? So I reckon that's what we should do. So I'll try to see if we can hook that up for next week.
Yeah.
That we're feeding her a new tune.
Katrina.
Got about 25 minutes left of our 2 hours. So I'm thinking, look, there's two subjects.
Oh wait, I got something for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got something for you. Watch it. I'm gonna press the buttons now. This button I'm pressing, audio tab. It's not gonna be like super interesting. Well, it is kind of. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
We're ready.
Is my screen pressed?
Yes.
Yes, I saw this.
Oh, I know. I turned my radio down. I mean, not my radio. Here we go. Let's see. Do I start it from the top? Here we go.
Welcome to a space for us, a place for us, where you can see our views and feel our vibes and just relate to us. And see that we know different when it comes to what we want out of life. Just different ways.
I guess I could have started it like when the conversation started.
I remember when she was Tempa.
Yeah, that is Big Temps.
Right.
Thanks for hanging out. How we do?
Thanks for dealing with us.
Hey, we got lives.
You know what I'm saying? So today we want to talk about Touch Me Nots.
Touch me not.
Oh, I'ma touch me a lot.
Yeah, look at that.
This is somewhat a fan favorite question.
Look at
We want to discuss. I guess our do's and don'ts in the bedroom. What do we think about Touch Me Nots? And then Candace is going to give her experience with masculine presented women that, you know, wear bras during sex.
Okay, so I 2 things. I don't know what my point was in showing this, but I wanted to show it. You feel what I'm saying? The topic was interesting. I think the reason why it made it to one of my topics this week was because, what did somebody call me? A young stud? What's the words we be using? A baby stud.
Baby stud.
Unshare your screen, Kay.
I also feel like, what do you call it? Baby stud? I feel like that term "touch me not" came from a baby stud.
What is? I'm still confused on what's the touch me not part. You know, I'm always.
Let me. Can I explain it?
Go for it.
Baker, a touch me not is basically don't touch my titties when we're getting it on.
Oh, okay.
Don't touch me down there, bitch. When we're
don't touch my cooter.
Don't touch my coochie. When we get in
it's not a coochie right now.
Yeah, so apparently we're supposed to just be giving you, you know what I'm saying, giving you the big deal, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's your turn to try and rub up on me and try and grab my tits and shit, I'm like, no, bitch, don't touch me.
What do you say?
No, bitch, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? So, there.
It was
that's basically a question. Yeah, a woman who she's funny about, but it could be that she might have some issues. She might have been some underlying issues where she don't really feel comfortable about her body, low self-esteem or some shit like that.
For the guys, it's usually if you're a top, don't touch my booty hole, and if you're a bottom, some bottoms don't like you to touch their dick. You know, some of them are just like, don't touch my penis. Excuse me, my penis. You don't touch.
So it's all about that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really weird. I've only been with one guy that was like that. It's like, don't touch my penis. I don't understand that because as a gay guy, like I want to
all the parts, right?
I like
Well,
penis.
yeah,
So,
but exactly. Now I've never understood
But,
it in terms of. I mean, I understand. Like for me, obviously, I don't want certain penetrative shit going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, don't return the favor on that aspect. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. But in terms of touching up on your body and whatnot, of course, that's the whole part of the experience of being together with that person. So that part I've always been confused about. But I really honestly believe there's some weird psychological body thing that's going on.
Let's not call it weird because that conversation.
I mean,
body dysmorphia does that?
Yeah.
With that?
Put it weird, but yeah, it could be due
but
to
I feel you, it's weird.
Or maybe they could be going through like a transitioning situation where they feel like they're not a woman like that, so they don't want their boobs being touched. So there's a whole plethora of reasons why.
I remember the guy I did date. He was like that because it was because it wasn't something that he was thinking about. Like he just wanted to be pleasured in the booty hole. That was it. Like it was, you know. I think it was really weird myself. I thought it was weird too. I was like, well, you know, I didn't know anything about body dysmorphia and stuff. Though? No, the whole time it was just, you know, it never got hard, never nothing. It just
that's
was
a
there.
mental thing. It's got to be though because sex is sex, right? Whether it's in the front, but wouldn't your body react to the front? Like that sounds like a mental. Let me turn this off and just focus on this. Like what they call it when you exercise it.
And you know what's so funny is a lot of it is probably out of from trauma that they don't know. And so they just do it automatically.
I definitely feel
it's an automatic thing.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's trauma.
That's interesting as fuck, bro. I played it for that question, but I also played it again. We were talking about evolution of some of our artists. Watching Timber evolve. Timber, I can't say the other name.
Ayana Brian.
Ayana. Yeah.
Brian. Yeah, but seeing a lot of our evolution is
that's branding. I think she was maturing, and I don't think that she wanted to brand herself as Temper, meaning like she's got some issues and
anger, because she was angry. Her music was angry. I mean, it was very aggressive.
I struggle with that all the time with Chaos.
Which is what I loved about it.
Leave the name Chaos, and I promise you, in this world of me trying to organize myself, the word Chaos sticks out so loud, and I can't change it. Like my kids call me Chaos, and you know what I'm saying. Like I can't take away from it now. But I wonder, you know, for one thing, I feel like that was such a thing to do, to be able to rebrand yourself and still hold on to it. A lot of big companies can't do that shit. So shout out to her for that. But just the evolution, watching everybody. So you go from like nonstop rapping, and she still has her music companies and her business going on. But she does other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? She's motivational. She's writing books. She did a cookbook. I like watching our evolution. I think it's pretty dope. Watching everybody
finding their space. But I feel like that happens with the rappers anyway in mainstream, like in terms of like Joe Budden with his podcast.
Some of them. Some of them
and stuff. You know, just finding their way of.
I think Nas just said in a comment that he thinks older rappers should all follow his thing where they should be still rapping. Yeah, they should still be putting out music. And they feel like sometimes that's the reason why the young kids are not doing well, or why hip hop is not doing well, is because there's no leadership. You know how they feel they're the pinnacle, right? You know, male patriarchy. You know, so you know they're the if we're not here, the whole hip hop is destroyed, whatever. But that's how they, he said, he was like, that the older folks should be more participating in doing music, so that the younger audience has some help in steering them in a certain way.
I feel like it was that unfair advantage because our generation kind of got lost in the sauce, and we would have been the leaders of the next. But the internet came along and fucking during our time where it would have been us coming up with them in hip hop. It seemed like the internet came and everybody was allowed to do everything, and music and having that. Not even power, but that the opportunity to put your music and display it to a bigger crowd just went everywhere. You can do good music, you can do bad music, you can be picked on and celebrated even though you're bad because you did some fuck shit on the internet. Like talent went out the door. And it was slow. Because remember when the internet came, we found our Justin Biebers and our this and our that off of the internet. And then it just kind of went a little bit haywire. I forgot the conversation. So.
It's all good. But what was it? I was saying, shit, what was we just talking about just then? Because I had a point in my head too.
Oh, that's some good weed. That's some good weed. Whatever that weed is, I do some of that weed. Let me get some of that weed. That's some good stuff. But I just think that the evolution, which you were talking about, is the evolution of a lot of these artists from what they used to do to where they are now.
Funds, so that we can get high every week. Because this is what.
Yeah, but it's new. Like we are aging with the genre. So and also like so then no one knows how to do it. This is the first time of it being done. So Nas is the first example.
You're right.
Who else is there an example? I don't
know. Because nobody made it with him, right?
No,
that's crazy. Because it would have been up there. We would have been looking at Nas. We would have been looking at Big. We would have been like, we got Jay. You know what I'm saying? But look at Jay's evolution. We would have been able to look and celebrate this type of evolution in hip hop. Exactly. We still got some, not to discredit any of the guys. You know what I'm saying? But like,
even Queen Latifah. I mean, looking at the women, like Queen Latifah has, without a shadow of a doubt, transitioned as an artist, even from doing rap to where she started doing jazz
or something. Yeah, jazz.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
She did the performance at the 50 celebration. She's on my story right now, spitting like it ain't shit.
Yeah, and Ella Rock the Bells Festival as well.
That's what it was, right? Mm-hmm. All of them was out there killing that shit. Who else was? Look at Meth. Meth is amazing right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Even Redman.
Yeah, Redman, Meth Man, all that. So, but this is what people keep doing. They keep comparing hip hop with rock and roll stars and shit. Yeah, but the difference is that technically hip hop was a young person's genre, in it, right? Mm. Like you're young, the youth, rebelling and whatnot and the environment. So like I said, we are growing up with the genre. So as much as we're saying it's a young person's thing, but is it really? Because now Nas is showing that example.
And you know what else is crazy about it is the difference between us and the people before us. We don't look like we're aging. So we still look like the kids from back when we were young, and we look like the kids now. The fuck, like
because everyone has the gray in their beard now. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. Everyone,
the young kids got the fucking gray. Can
gray
we have
in their beard? I'm like, gosh,
we can't.
I worked hard for these. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the same age as hip hop, which is interesting. I'm actually.
That's cold.
The same age as hip hop. This is what hip hop looked like.
That's dope. We were all raised in hip hop culture. Absolutely correct. And it's crazy because there's not a nationality, but it should be at this point. Like hip hop needs to be a nationality, and we would take over the world. Hip hop culture is in everywhere. There's nowhere it doesn't exist.
Exactly. But that's why I say like the
UK. Hey.
The UK,
and that's why I think that
further than that, I don't know.
That's the reason why I think everyone has his place. I think Nas has his place.
We need
Jay, everyone all have their place, but so do the young kids. Yeah. And I also think that we can share this, and even the middle kids. Like there's so much room now that we don't have to fight for one mic.
And he's so right. Then not to throw it back on a Nas, but that makes sense. One mic.
That one mic. We have many mics.
One mic. Oh, I like that.
If we stop rapping, who are they gonna look up to? Oh, I just felt that in my heart because I struggle with it low key. Like sometimes I struggle. I'm like, okay, I'm 40 now. What am I gonna even talk about when I rap? What the fuck was I talking about before? Just random ass shit. I still talk random, but like nobody wants to hear me talk about my hyper chiller cup that I love now, or my schedules and fucking time.
Never know.
Who wants to hear me rap about time blocking over a dance beat? Because that's what I be talking about now. Like,
but
interesting.
But
you gotta remember, even doing the internet, like doing with Evon, what you were doing with the website, the blog, all of that stuff was new. Like I still have History. Here's history again. The Out Hip Hop Award. Remember, I got me a little Out Hip Hop Award. So it's like, to me, there are things that we've all experienced, like that was not happening, and now it's everywhere. Now you got Terrell, you've got all these podcasters that are doing great, and let me tell you, I am ecstatic to see all these new young people who are doing podcasts, and they're doing great and stuff like that. And it just reminds me of the first time when we were doing it. You know what I'm saying? We were all just learning this whole internet thing, the YouTube stuff, the Twitter stuff, the MySpace stuff, like all of that stuff we were learning. And then we started to get the marketing right. But there's people now coming in who've seen it, like Lil Nas X. But look at the way that he has done what he's done. He did that just over viral marketing.
Effortlessly too.
That was it. He went viral. Someone got Sony got a hold of him, said, "Get him, let's buy him, let's get it." Boom, boom. So it was like that. And so that's what I'm talking about, because Lil Nas X was not in the community. No one knew who any of the rappers. No one knew Lil Nas X.
When he just came out of nowhere, for real.
He came out of nowhere. So he wasn't like he was a part of gay pride events and he was coming up, or he was doing open mics around the corner in Atlanta. Like there would have been plenty. I mean, I'm sure, Chaos, you're from Atlanta now, so you would have heard if there was a Lil Nas X running around. Like, so it's just the idea that happened shows you where we're at, and someone had to learn that. So we made that wave so that they can come and take advantage of the full thing. Like we didn't wake up with cameras in our face, our own cameras. All of us, when we grew up, we did not have a phone and camera. Didn't have that, So now they have that already. So a lot of them are doing this from when they were kids. They already know the connection, how to make that connect with people, you think about all your friend groups when you were growing up and all the different friends you had, how easy it was to meet friends, and that be on social media and on that level. So when we're looking at these young kids like Kai, who's only 21 years old, and he got 1,000, 2,000 people to come to Union Square and create a riot. Let's be real.
That is influence.
The influence of a 21-year-old to have that ability is something that we'll never understand. We can only do it from this perspective as 30s and 40s and 50s, and think about even the 70 and 80-year-olds who are getting into this now, and they're like, wow, this is rejuvenating something that they had wanted to do years before, but now they're able to participate,
and they're able to do a lot of the shit that they always thought they would just never, and
there's a market for them. I mean, I'm getting older, so I want someone that's going to be understanding where I'm coming from.
And so it's the same to music, right? Because as you get older, you don't want to hear shoot 'em up, whatever they talk, or even that's their shit. The dance music that they do is not our dance music. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, as us as artists, we should age with it. And we got to know that the same crowd that we had at 20 is now 30 and 35 with us.
And market to that crowd that's grown up with you. They have that connection with.
Because they understand. So listen, hit us in the chat if you do want a song about all the things that I like my hyper chiller and my pink stuff cleaner.
Yes.
And cop rock. Get her something.
Because damn it, I know y'all remember in Bradley's and Caldor.
Well, there you go.
I'm talking about all the stuff that I know y'all know, and if y'all lie and say y'all don't know, y'all lying.
I reckon you need to do that. And I'm gonna draw the graphics for the t-shirts to go.
Yo, shout out to your t-shirts. Oh wait, okay. Do I shout out the t-shirts or do I shout out you, the creator? Shout out to the creator of the dope ass t-shirts, bro. You've been going ham on your designs, bro.
I need to get me one of these
shirts.
Okay, you know me, I will wear it all the time.
Right. So we're coming to our last leg. Can I just shout out? Well, not even shout out. What am I talking about? Mention about Carmen Extravaganza. She passed away. Who? Carmen Extravaganza, who was in Paris Burning. She was part of the whole ballroom scene back in the days.
Rest in peace.
So she
ballroom got it hard. Yeah.
And secondly, about O'Shea as well. So O'Shea Sibley, who got killed the other day at the petrol station for dance.
For dancing, bro.
And you know what? I got a quick story that I grew up around there, Coney Island and Avenue P. I used to live in Midwood.
Wow.
It's so interesting that happened. They found the killer. The person, I guess, turned themselves in because the NYPD doesn't really find you. You either just come in and then they just say, "Oh, we found them," and that's it. Yeah, it was sad. But I have to say, the thing that I got the best out of his passing, his murder, was the reaction of the media. There were certain medias like New York Times. They gave him a excellent article about his, shortly about his life. And then there was a Daily Beast that did a great story, and a couple of others. I think MSNBC did something all Saturday. They did, they mentioned it. And then to see the ballroom come out and do the vigil where they were dancing and celebrating, and the energy on social media. I know we usually are like, why don't no one ever protest for us, or every time something happened to the community, but that energy came at the beginning of his death, and it turned into that energy at the vigil where they just started voguing in the street, and Kevin Aviance was there, and there was so many people that just showed up and expressed so much love for the ballroom community, who never gets any type of love the way they should. And just it was tough for the ballroom community this week. I know it had to have been.
It had to be. Yeah, I saw it all over my timeline.
They're not strange. They're survivors, and they've done it before, and they but it's just insane. It hurt. It hurt to hear how he died. It hurt that the friend experienced about it when he said he was holding him in his arms, and I all I could think about is if that was my friend. You know what I'm saying?
We do
how angry and how much trauma is carried over now to all of us. And that's another thing with social media we were talking about earlier. It's like we've experienced that trauma with Otis. That was his friend, Otis. To see his trauma on camera, you feel like you're there. And so that trauma now is my trauma. And it's the same trauma every time we see black men get shot in the street, or we see women who are killed for no reason, and trans women who are killed. It's like this trauma. This is why it's our community that has to lead the way, because we're used to this trauma. We've been able to manifest success through this trauma, and now we have to do it again and again and again. We have to save the world.
Yeah.
Seriously,
the Black LGBT community.
I just feel like I don't know.
Well said, Baker.
Very well said, Bakes.
Oh, God.
I know. I love y'all and shit.
Well, this is the reason why these platforms are so important. I keep on going on about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the world is still not happy with us. They still don't want to share us. Think that we should have a place here. I mean, he felt offended. The guy felt offended by him dancing. Really?
Go away. Go away.
Go away. Mind your own fucking business.
Go away.
Told you that you have to stop and watch and see.
It's the crazy is the way that people can just take someone's life, bro. Like,
and he was so young, but the guy was so young. He was 17.
Yeah, and just
why do you have so much hate in your heart?
Because they have nothing to live for, and these kids should have something to live for.
Their parents.
And that's the saddest part. They should have something to live for, to where they think about that shit. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that easy to kill somebody. I'm sorry, it shouldn't just be that easy. In anybody's heart, it just shouldn't be that easy to do that. So I'm super sorry about that. I mean, I know we about to close out, but one thing we did not touch this week.
What's that?
The aliens.
Not the aliens.
The aliens are here, bro.
Hoodies.
I can't. The aliens.
Oh boy.
Are you talking about You talking about real alien? I thought you were talking about the Republicans. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Republicans, not aliens. I'm not talking about Republicans. Oh, shit. You talking about them
They
crazy people.
aliens too.
The body
Aliens.
snatchers. The
All
baddie
I have to
snatchers.
say is that I hope the aliens have a better time, with a lot of these things than we should,
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to Chris for that. Yeah, I think we all should just, you know what I mean? But yeah, the aliens are here. Make room for them. They'll probably get grants and scholarships before we do. Pay less taxes and have more space in their apartments because they're aliens.
I like what Neil deGrasse whatever, and he said, think about all the satellites. Like we have satellites going to Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Like we actually know what Pluto looks like, okay, but we ain't found no. Like I mean, come on, come on.
I love it when Baker does that.
I do too, and it's the first time I got to see it in person. Yes, I always hear it. That's what it looked like. It's so adorable. Nah, but you 100%. Why are they touching shit? Didn't y'all break the world enough? Now y'all want to go fuck with the moon and the stars and under the water? Like, dude, just leave it alone. Now the aliens are here. Now what you gonna do?
Too much of Marvel movies. Leave the Marvel movies alone, boys.
Leave a lot of stuff alone. There's, I get it. Like, there's other stuff to do that we could really be diligent on handling that won't corrupt some other shit. Like, go fix homelessness. Like, that's a problem. Work on it, everybody. Stop touching shit and work on this for a second.
Everyone should work on Lizzo. Work on Lizzo. Being a better Lizzo. Okay, Lizzo. That's what you need.
And on that note, people, Chaos.
Be a better Lizzo.
Right, let them know, Chaos. What was they watching today?
Today is another great Sunday. You are tuned into the Brunch Club. I am Khaosdarapper. This is DJ Baker of the Weekly Top 40. And right alongside is Evon The Music Bully from the LGBT Underground. Atlanta, New York City, London. We do this every week. Tap in. Chicago and Midwest and overseas, other places y'all can come to. But y'all got to figure out your time zone thing. Join us again next week. Bunch of LGBT, straight shit, news, politics, all the fun stuff. Until next week, be safe, y'all.
Peace.
I can't press stop if I got my peace sign up like this.
I was